Let's go! Okay, come around, see me put it down just a little bit. Ball on them heavy, y'all already know exactly what to do. Somebody better get the crown when the nigga spit. Hurry, make sure you polish it a little before you bring it to me while I lock it down with another hit. You're ready.
Wow, day 19, VBAD, and I saw some fuck shit today, but really, it wasn't the fuck shit that I saw that pissed me off. It was the fuck shit that this moron said that pissed me off. So, on my lunch break, I was like, okay, I need to get, contact lenses for Halloween, but I have to get my prescription. So I'm walking over to the eye doctor to get my prescription. He's maybe about a 10-minute walk away from my office. And, there's this group of kids in front of me. And they were, they were black kids, they were Latin kids, and it was just a group. And when I say kids, they were like maybe 19 at the most. And they're walking in front of me, so we're heading in this direction. There's some dude looking like fucking Lurch walking this way in a black leather coat, black pants, looking kind of whatever. I didn't give a shit. And I had my headphones in, so I wasn't really listening to what the exchange was between these two. But words were said, shit was exchanged, ratchets were thrown, the bitches were like, whatever, but I'm like, hey, I don't give a fuck. I'll keep walking. This ain't my business. So I keep walking, I get over there, I get my prescription, and I'm heading back. As I'm heading back, there are cop cars. I see that the cops are talking to that one cop is talking to a bunch of kids over here, and then another cop is talking to Lurch over here. And as I'm walking by, I'm like, wait a second, what the hell's going on? So I, turn down the music so I could hear what's happening. And the kids are talking about Lurch was popping shit and blah, 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 blah. I'm like, okay, ghetto. I'm walking, I get up to where Lurch and the cop is, and Lurch is saying all sorts of retarded shit. Now, Lurch is a black guy, and Lurch is just saying all sorts of fuck shit. I mean, why you gotta stop me? I'm not doing nothing wrong, blah, 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 blah. And then he said, this ain't nothing but the white man trying to keep me down. Excuse the fuck out of me? First off, the cop that stopped you was Latin, not white. Secondly, I saw the exchange earlier. I might not have heard it, but I saw it. You had a choice and an option to shut your fucking mouth. If you said the first word, you had that choice or option to say it. If you responded to these kids because you look like you were older than me, if you responded to these goddamn kids, first off, you're immature. Secondly, you made the choice to do that. Nobody did that for you, to you, with you, none of it. But that got me on this thing. I used to hear it a lot. I spent a lot of time in Newark, New Jersey. And I used to hear that shit all the time. Man, I'm just trying to make $1. The white man's keeping us down. I got to make my money the way I'm gonna. Or, hey, I may as well, smoke crack. The white man got me all broke up and broke down anyway. Oh, it's hard being a black man in America because the white man don't give you no chances. But now, don't get me wrong. It's not that it's easy to be a minority in this country. It really, come on. Racism still exists. But that being said, a very good businessman would say, do I take this person who's better, or do I take this person who is subpar because he's white, and that's why I take him, is because he's white? Or do I take this black guy over here who is actually way better than that? I work hard to be better because I was told that I have to be better in order to make it. I can't be as good as. But guess what? Personal responsibility. I could have either said, what? I can't be, I have to be better in order to make it, in order to get the same, whatever. I have to be better? Oh, crap. And I could have just sat back and did nothing. Nope. I just decided to be better. Now, a little bit of history. I come from a broken home, single parent, an abusive home, not by my parent, but by the person that my parent chose to be with. By all rights, but with everything that I've gone through, I should be a goddamn serial killer. When, like, therapists are like, really? You're not crazy? Now, I usually try to keep my videos, fun or whatever, but this is some serious shit here. There's something to realize, and that something to realize is personal responsibility. That's where it stops. If your parents taught you that, black people are the devil and that, gays are going to hell and everything else, but in your heart of heart that that's not right, but you continue to go on believing that shit, that you made that choice. You made that choice to close your mind. You made that choice to believe what they were saying. Personal responsibility is like listening to that inside thing that says something is right or wrong. Beating someone up doesn't feel right. It never does. Even to the person doing the beating, even to the winner. He won, but he knew what he did wasn't right. He knew damn well what he did wasn't right. Unless he is mentally fucked, he knew damn well what he did wasn't right. It wasn't a good thing. But he still made the choice to do it. Personal responsibility. You have to be responsible for everything that is happening to you in your life. We are not living in the 50s. We're not living in the 60s. It's fucking 2012, all right? At this point in time, the white man doesn't have to keep anybody down because people who say that bullshit do a good enough job keeping themselves down. You know what? You have to take responsibility for the fucked up decisions that you made in your life. If you decided to sell drugs, that was your choice. You did it. You did that. Nobody did it to you. You did it. And if you get caught and go to jail, that's not the white man keeping you down. That's the fucked up choice you made. Fucking up everything else that you're trying to do. What you have to do is realize that you are responsible for your current station in life. Nobody has to do anything to keep you down. If you live in a place where people are racist and you're getting beat up every day and you're an adult and you're grown, move. Get the fuck up and move. And do whatever it takes. That doesn't, I don't have the money. Do whatever it takes to legally get your ass out of the situation. You're responsible for living there. Nobody else. If you don't like what your country is doing, my country is beating me and trying to kill me for being me. If they're seriously out there trying to kill you and you're not taking any steps to try and better your station, to try and get out of the situation, I know a lot of people are like, some people can't. No, you can. You can. You want to know how I know you can? I left New York City with nothing except for my clothes and a goddamn computer. That is it. That and like my last paycheck. That is what I left New York City with. But what did I do? Well, I knew I had to leave. I knew I had to go. What you call up people, you start, trying to find places that will let you stay there for however long, for however much money a month. You will go out there and you will fucking stay in the worst neighborhood at least until you can actually get up off your feet and fix your shit. You'll do what you have to do. So I left with nothing and took responsibility for all of those choices and fixed my life. Not that my life was going down the tubes, but I did watch it crumble before my very eyes. And I couldn't blame anybody for that. I chose that relationship. I chose to stay there. I chose to be in New York City. I chose all of those things. So if I can do it, you can do it. If I can make something out of nothing, you can make something out of nothing. And that's just the way it is. If you choose to just bow to defeat before the battle's even really started, you've lost. You lost. If you're going to sit here and honestly believe that someone else is going to have the power to keep you, you lost. If your country isn't the country that's for you, then it's not for you. Get the fuck out. Go somewhere else. If it's not for you, if that neighborhood isn't for you, get out. If the relationship isn't for you, get out. If you find that you're having a hard time finding a job, you know what? You better flip a goddamn burger or something until you do get the job that you're qualified for. Go do something. You have to. Because if you don't, you sink. Survival of the fittest is alive and well. It may not be based on whether or not you can kill the person next to you, but it's going to be based on whether or not, you can think for yourself, and that you can think critically, and that you can plan, and that you can pull yourself up and say, this is not me. This is not for me. I am better than this. I am worth more than this. I can do better than this. Every parent's wish is supposed to be for their children to do better than they did. That's what every parent's wish is supposed to be. You can do better than they did. Don't resign yourself to defeat. Don't make choices hastily. Think about them before you make them. College students. It kind of sucks. A lot of college students are graduating today and they can't get jobs. Well, did they go to college and follow their passion? Did they go to college and follow what their parents told them to do? Or did they go to college and smartly look at today's current economic climate and make an informed decision on which major they are going to take? Did they do that? Because if they did, they wouldn't be taking liberal arts classes. They wouldn't be taking English Lit when English Lit is not going to get them employed. You don't have to be a college graduate to be a good writer. If writing is your passion and you want to go to college for English Lit, you don't have to go to college to be a writer. You just have to know the goddamn language, and you have to be creative, and you have to be able to feed your own creativity. You don't need a piece of paper for that. You don't. You don't need to go to a journalism school to learn how to be a journalist. Read a newspaper. Who knew? Read these things. You'll learn. If you're going to go to college, you're going to waste all this crazy money. Make an informed decision. What is actually a job that everyone can do it? Tech support. Why? Everyone can do it. I hate tech support. I fucking hate it. But guess what? It's good money. It pays the bills. I may not like my job, but my personal life is amazing. I can't say that I don't have money. I can't say that I don't have the things that I want. I can say that I can't fucking stand, having to pick up, but it's my choice to work there. It's my choice to have gone in as tech support as opposed to going in as management. That was my choice. I made it because I needed a job. Personal responsibility. I did what I had to do, and I'm still doing what I have to do in order to make it. Why would you go to college and choose something and then blame the economy when you can't get a job in that thing that you went to college for that was a complete waste of your time any goddamn way? That's your fault. That's not the economy's fault. Personal responsibility. I know it sounds harsh. Well, you can't tell kids not to go to college. Yes, I can. Because that piece of paper, I hate to tell you this, that piece of paper don't really mean shit. It doesn't even mean you can read these days. These days, we have college graduates that cannot comprehend. Reading is not merely pronouncing the words in front of you. It is also comprehending and understanding the very things that you are reading. There are college students who cannot read. Graduates who cannot read. So don't tell me that, oh, well, I have a degree from Yale and that makes me better. No, it doesn't. All it means is that you had the money to go somewhere, or that you got the loans to go there, or whatever. That's all it means. So if you're going to make these choices, if you're going to make these decisions, the guy who sells drugs lives in poverty. I don't get it. How? Okay, I am not advocating the sale of drugs, but what I am saying is if you are going to make such a stupid choice as to sell crack on the corner, why not be smart about what you do with that money? live in an apartment with electricity, running water, hot water, no roaches, a good neighborhood, and then put the rest into savings. So that way, when you can no longer do the dirty, your ass got something to fall back on until you can find that regular 9 to 5 that ain't gonna get you shot. If you do what you have to do to fix the fucked up choices you made, do not blame anybody else. It's nobody else's fault. It's your fault. You're ultimately responsible. No one else lives this life for you but you. It's just the way it is. It's a hard, cold truth. No one lives your life for you. No one is keeping you down. These are not the days of slavery. You are not being beaten and forced into bullshit. You're not. And a good number of those that were, even back in that day, escaped and got away. And those who didn't would rather die than be a slave. They took responsibility for their lives. Now, don't get it twisted. I'm grateful that those who didn't, because I wouldn't be here, if they got killed trying to escape. But you can't blame, in this day and age, you cannot blame another anything for keeping you down. And the things that you don't like, you change. People will say, well, you're gay. What about, the straight people not giving you all of your equal rights? Well, I'm choosing to stay in this fucked ass country, and it's not the country that's fucked. So let me take that back. I'm the one who's choosing to stay in this wonderful, glorious country with a bunch of fucked ass, backward ass, backwater ass, Bible thumping ass retards who can't even grasp the concept of your religion is your personal business and you cannot force it on the entire country, which is exactly what they're doing. So, I'm choosing to stay here, and the moment I've had enough of it, the moment I don't see any more progress and I have no hope left, then I will make the choice to either stay or go. Either way, it's my choice. I will find a way. That's how it is. You sink or you swim. That is life. You sink or you swim. What are you? Are you a swimmer or are you a rock? Me personally, I'm a fucking swimmer, and I'm a good damn swimmer, and no one is going to keep me back. I don't care what they got to say about it. I was in a state that didn't allow gay marriage. I moved to a state that did. I moved to a state that gave me my rights. I may not be, nationally recognized, but at least where I live, where I choose to spend my dollars, where I choose to cast my vote, I am an equal citizen. Full-on rights. I made these choices. I am responsible for these choices. You made your choices. You are responsible for those choices. The next person to come up to me and say some dumb fuck shit like, oh, the man is keeping me down, I swear to God, I'm going to punch you in your motherfucking face, because that is crap. That is weak. Weak. And that's all that is. This has been VBAD Day 19. Hopefully I'll be in a better mood tomorrow and don't nobody say no dumb shit to me and I don't have to go the hell off on them or on this camera or on anything else. If you guys still like me, follow me on Twitter at Lynx. You can find me on Facebook at Brutal Lynx on Facebook. You can also check out the website brutallynx.com. And that's it. Be responsible for your own life. You can't blame anybody else. Nobody did anything to you. You did it to yourself. Good or bad. No matter what you did, whether it's good or bad, those were your choices. Own them, live up to them. And that's that.